Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of Fire Reviews, back at it again with another review for the EPC Q1 Pro. Yan. Before we start, I'd like to thank EPC for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very transparent, honest review. Rest assured, as lahat naman ng review ko is laging honest yan. Whether it be binili ko or pinadala sa akin. Kasi, anong tawag doon? Para win-win sa atin, di ba? So, ayun. Proceed na tayo. So, si EPZ, this is actually my first time encountering this brand. Oo, and it is an honor na mapansin na yan. Manotice ako ng brand na EPZ. Kasi I've been really curious about their products talaga, and apparently kasi medyo mahirap silang ma-avail. Oo, excuse me. Mahirap silang ma-avail sa sa platforms like Shopee, Lazada, yan. Oo. And ayun nga, medyo hassle din on my location na gumamit ng AliExpress apparently. So ayun, it is really an honor na padalan ako nila nito. So bali si EPZ Q1 Pro is from what I have seen sa internet is around under $50 and within $40 to $50. Basta under 60 siya eh. Oh, pero sa tanda ko it is under $40, 'di ba? So okay, proceed tayo. Yung packaging niya, it is parang lang naman, it is the bog standard boxes packaging na nakita na natin sa ibang IEMs, pero it doesn't matter to me that much. Kasi whenever I own something, I usually keep the boxes away or probably nire-recycle ko, nilalagyan ko ng mga abubot ko, or ayun nga, tinatapon ko. It really depends, okay? Pero ayun, it isn't that much a big of a deal to me if minimalist or if hindi okay yung packaging. Oh well, proceed na tayo. Yan, as you can see, it has the EPC seal of authentication, I guess. Ayan. One thing to note dito, ang nagustuhan ko na sa ibang simpleng packages is wala, is yung magnetic siya. Madali siya mabuksan. Tapos may tab pa dito. Yan, may tab na may EPC para may angat mo, 'di ba? Which is a nice touch na hindi gaano napapansin, but yep, napansin ko. And then ito yung FR graph niya. Yan. Yes, the color is in the motif, pero ayun nga kasi, in my opinion, mahirap siya mabasa. Mahirap siya din picturehan actually. Kasi dark blue na siya, shiny dark blue, tapos black pa or grayish black pa yung box. So it would have been nice if ginawa nilang kulay puti yung sulat or markings, in my opinion, 'di ba? Pero ayun, here we are. Ayan yung FR graph niya if you care, if nakikita nyo. And ayun yung and yung sensitivity niya is 100 decibels. Tapos impedance niya is 32 ohms. However, anong tawag doon? Madali lang ito ma-drive. Sabihin ko mamaya. Okay? So, proceed tayo. Ito yung kasama niyang accessories. It isn't much, actually. Basic lang talaga. For its price, I was hoping na magkaroon pa ng extra set ng ear tips. Pero, ayun nga. Ito yung meron lang doon sa loob eh. So, ayun nga, meron siyang ear tips na, actually, this is the more common ear tips na ngayon, unlike before. Ganito na yung mga common ear tips as we've seen din sa ibang brands. Meron din sila nito. And itong pouch. Na at the same time, pwede rin cleaning cloth. Since it is very needed din dahil itong IM na to is glossy yung finish niya. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa cable muna. Okay? Sa cable, ayun yung cable niya. This is this reminds me of that Let's Sure cable noong early days nila. It is thin pero robust siya. Ayan matibay talaga. And hindi siya yung parang outsource lang somewhere, ganito ganyan. No. Matino yung pagkaka-braid niya. Ayan you can see. Malinis yung pagkaka-braid niya. Di kita. Basta yan. Yan, diba? Malinis, Yes, and ayun niya, ayan, nice touch yung ginawa nila dito sa plug. And meron pang cable winder, 'di ba? Maganda yung cable niya sa price na to, in my opinion. I wouldn't ask for more. I've seen more expensive sets na mas pangit yung cable na gamit sa mas mahal na price nila. So, ayun nga. Ito yung shell ng IEM. And very lightweight siya, mind you. This is a resin. It seems to be a resin. Mukha siyang solid, 'di ba? Mukha siyang solid na color, pero pag tinapatan mo siya ng ilaw, you'll see na parang semi-translucent siya. Makikita mo yung driver sa loob, hindi lang halata. Then ayun nga, meron siyang venting hole dito, which really helps a lot sa mga gantong types ng IEMs, kasi yung mga gantong types ng IEMs, most of the time they exhibit that driver flex, which can be irritable to some, lalo na yung mga OC talaga. So it is a really nice touch that EPC did this really well sa venting nila. It is really good. And ayun yung logo, EPC Q1 Pro, as you can see. And ayun yung faceplate again. And this is 2-pin, 'di ba? Ayan, medyo siya ng smudge. Fingerprint magnet talaga. Pero hindi naman siya halata since this is a blue one, and ayun, 'di ba? Wala agad. Shiny again. Mahirap to picturean talaga. Nung pinipicturean ko. But I really, really like this design. Anong tawag dito? Para siyang, I've seen this sa mga custom IEMs before. Yung parang mga shell, I believe, para siyang shell na design. Mga shell designs, diba? Ganda. Space blue. So yun nga, it is smudge, pero hindi naman siya halata from afar. Yan, diba? As for fit and comfort naman, this is really good. This is really very comfortable. Maganda yung isolation niya. To my ears, given na yung ears ko ay sobrang laki, meron pa tong konting gap actually sa loob. Na parang, ayun nga, mas maliit siya compared sa tenga ko. So, I can confidently say na even the smaller ears will find this very comfortable. Siguro sa kanila, this is a regular sized one. EPC did well on that. Okay? So, punta tayo ngayon sa drivability. Sa drivability na tong IEM na to, madali lang. Actually, sobrang dali lang. Para siyang SIMGOT EW200 level ng pagdadrive. So kahit Apple dongle pa yan, or kahit 1VRM's dongle pa yan, even phone, this will sound really good on that. Since wala siya ganong effect, wala siyang ganong changes, wala siya ganong scalability, the more na nag-upgrade yan ng sources, which can be a good or a bad thing, depende sa tatanungin mo. But personally to me, if you want an everyday carry, diba, na ease of use talaga, na sound good, maganda yung EPC Q1 Pro in terms of drivability. You won't be needing any dongles for it. If may 3.5mm jack naman yung phone mo. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa sound signature. Ang sound signature ng EPC Q1 Pro is a Harman sounding set. This is a well-done Harman sounding set na on certain setups, sources, and tracks, sobrang clear ng mids niya na akalain mong W-shaped siya or akalain mong mid-centric siya. Well, at least to my ears. Pero, ayun nga, mas prevalent kasi sa majority ng setups ko, sa majority ng test tracks ko, na Harman talaga siya. But this is a Harman well done. Of course, one can argue na, Orify, anong tawag doon? Ang dami ng Harman sounding IEMs. What makes this different from them? Well, sa sound signature is wala naman din gaano, because it is Harman. Harman is Harman, as we all know that. Pero yung pag-i-implement ng Harman na maganda, na hit ng EPC Q1 Pro yung jackpot na yun. EPC Q1 Pro did well on the Harman target, the implementation of Harman target. So yung bass niya, it is elevated of course, but not too much. It is very clean, tight, speedy pa nga to begin with. It is mildly sub-bass dominant, pero ayun nga, more than enough siya sa mga bassy tracks, bassed tracks. Some people may find the mid bass a bit too submissive, a bit lacking probably in punch or in elevation, pero ando naman din yung mid bass niya, hindi lang talaga kasing pronounced katulad ng sub bass. But even though yung bass itself ng EPC Q1 Pro isn't near bass head level. Andun yung bass niya, very sufficient siya sa lahat ng tracks actually, even sa EDMs. Pero kung naghanap ka ng extra chunk ng bass, yung extra, yun nga, extra thickness, extra boomy, ayan, kung hanap mo talaga yun, the EPC Q1 Pro does not have it. Ang nasa EPC Q1 Pro is yung talaga yung cleanliness o yung neatness ng bass, kasi wala siya gaanong bleed sa mids talaga. And very versatile yung yung bass niya in terms of texture and detail. Hindi lang siya monotonous na katulad ng ibang sets. Okay, now punta tayo sa mids. As for the mids, it is clean, mildly recessed, at sometimes nagiging forward siya, depende sa setup and sa tracks mo. Kaya nagkakaroon siya ng impression na parang W shape siya when it is not. Pero yun nga, it is mildly recessed, clean, free from bleed. Wala siya gaanong bleed na pwede maging downside sa ibang naghahanap ng mas makapal na lower mids. But personally sa akin, I have no problems with it. Kasi sobrang open ng mids na ito. Maganda yung mids niya talaga. May details. Okay? Sa upper mids naman, it is very, hindi naman very, but elevated. Halata mo talagang elevated siya. Leaning siya sa brightish side. Nandun yung clarity, nandun yung air, and nandun yung sparkle. Even though hindi ito very sibilant, or hindi ito talaga sibilant at all, I can see some people na may find the upper mids a bit shouty, or borderline shouty to say the least. Kasi, anong tawag doon? Nandun na yung sparkle, nandun na yung clarity, nasa brighter side talaga siya. So, ayun nga, it can be shouty to some, it can be mildly sibilant to some, pero hindi too much. Hindi siya unnatural, hindi abnormal. And I do see this, parang in-expect ko na, kasi, this IEM Sports do you call this an LCP driver, which is has been a history sa sa preferences ko when it comes to drivers along with SPD. I know for a fact na yung LCP on its stock form, yung LCP talaga is leaning sa bright and very crispy talaga yung upper frequencies niya na maraming detail. So, I kinda expected this on the EPC Q1 Pro, and it does show talaga doon. It can be a good thing or a bad thing, depende sa tatanungan mong tenga o sa tatanungan mong tao. But to me, if you prefer details and if mataas naman yung tolerance mo sa brightness, the EPC Q1 is a really good contender doon. Okay, as for the treble, yes, mildly elevated siya, but it isn't as elevated as the upper mids. It is also extended, but not too much. Hindi siya super bright. Hindi siya, nowhere near sibilant. Hindi talaga siya sibilant at all. Pero, nandun pa rin yung crispiness ng cymbals and ng mga instruments, even the high notes dun sa region na yun. As for the detail retrieval, it is average to above average. Average at best, probably. In my opinion, kasi I've heard sets talaga na ma-detail sa price na to. Na, ayun nga, it will be very sufficient sa most tracks, but never na magiging clinical or, pang analytical sounding itong treble ng Q1 Pro. Okay? As for the technicalities, well, this is very interesting to me kasi it is in between ng Kiwi Ears Cadenza and ng SIMGOT EW200 sa price niya. Hindi siya super detailed. Hindi siya super detailed like most like ng SIMGOT EW200, but at the same time hindi rin siya super lacking or hindi siya tonality focus katulad ng Kiwi Ears Cadenza. So, nasa middle ground siya kumbaga. So, balance lang, 'di ba? Yung soundstage niya, it is wide, but not too wide. Nandun naman yung height and depth, pero nothing too special. Yung anong tawag doon, yung separation, imaging, separation and layering, it is sufficient enough. Very minimal lang yung congestion niya. I had no problems with that sa price na to. Tapos, yung imaging niya is, it is accurate enough. Lalo na pag naglalaro ka ng mga FPS games or ng live performances, nakikinig ka ng live performances or raw tracks. It does the job really well. So, ayun, overall, yung technicalities niya is hindi iwan. Compared sa tonality, unlike ng ibang sets within this price. Okay? So, punta tayo sa comparisons. Actually, sobrang dali lang na itong review na to kasi the sound profile is very, very familiar, pero ayun, may variances lang siyang onte na need mong i-take note, or need kong i-take note, rather. Okay, so nabanggit ko na kanina yung Kiwi Ears Cadenza. Yung Kiwi Ears Cadenza is thicker, more tonality focused. Mas mahirap siyang i-drive ng kaunti compared dito, but not too much. Oo, pero yun nga, sa technicalities, this excels. The Q1 Pro excels over the Kiwi Ears Cadenza. Lamang lang siguro yung Kiwi Ears Cadenza sa smoothness, sa richness, sa lushness ng sound. Okay? Now, as for the, SIMGOT EW200 naman, si SIMGOT EW200 naman is slightly leaning sa more technical side of things. Mas bright siya, mas may prone siya sa sibilance, sa shimmer. Ayun, mas hindi siya bearable sa mga super sensitive na tenga like this one. Pero yun nga, nag-excel siya sa technical performance. Mas masinsin at mas malinis talaga yung technical performance ng EW200 compared kay Q1 Pro. So, bali si Q1 Pro is the much more controlled between the two. Pero ayun nga, both are really good sets. Depende na lang talaga sa tolerance ng tenga mo sa upper frequencies. Okay, now punta tayo sa ano pa bang pwedeng i-compare. Oh yes, yung within the Harman target something lang tayo dito na IEMs. Buti na lang I have notes whenever I go to meets. Shout out to Obed kasi siya yung papaalala sa akin na gawin talaga 'yon. Yung Truth Ear, Yan, Truth Ear Zero. Yes, Truth Ear Zero Blue. Ayan, yung Truth Ear Zero Blue, yun talaga yung pinagmamalaki ng other reviewers or even other users, no, na Harman target talaga yung sinunod. However, hindi siya kasing refined ng Q1 Pro if we're talking about Harman to Harman sound. Sure, yes, it does have the bass quantity. It does have the bass chunk. It does have the treble. Pero ayun nga kasi, hindi refined yung bass niya. Yung bass niya is mas mabagal. It is a bit on the mildly slower side to my taste. Yung treble niya is unrefined. Ang unrefined niya. Yung mids niya is nearly the same sa Q1 Pro, surprisingly. Pero yun nga, yung hindi siya gaano refined dun sa both ends. Sa technical performance, lamang naman yung Q1 Pro by a hair bit, but not too much, nearly the same, actually. And there nga, mas lamang pa rin yung Q1 Pro in terms of drivability and easy to drive kasi wala siyang ganong scaling sa sa mga sources na yan mo, as is where is talaga siya, which is a really good thing if you want an EDC or an everyday carry na IEM na plug and play. Okay, so ayun, sige, i-stop natin doon yung pagko-compare kasi within the price range lang naman, just to be fair, and Harman sounding sets yung pinagkumpara. Okay, so anong verdict ko dito sa EPC Q1 Pro? So itong EPC Q1 Pro, anong tawag doon? One can say na this can be a jack of trades, master of none. But to me, it is a really good thing na ganun siya in the sense na, anong tawag doon? It does things really well. Na parang walang kulang, okay, forte neto ganito, forte neto ganyan. All-rounder siya. Literal na all-rounder Swiss knife for an IEM under $50 maybe. For a under 2,000 or 2,500 pesos na IEM, this is a really, really good set sa 50 to even 60 actually kung mag 60 man to, pero under $50, this is a really good all-rounder sounding set. Actually, kahit na i-recommend mo to kahit kanino, 90% of the time hindi sila magkakamali sa choice nila actually or sa recommendation kasi this is a really all-rounder set. Kahit anong genre yung patugtugin mo or inaano mo, ang tawag doon, tinetesting mo or sound trip mo, walang problem dito sa EPC Q1 Pro. This handles it really well. Anong tawag doon, walang parang naiiwan, walang forte, 'di ba? Ayun, this has the qualities for an all-rounder everyday carry. Given nga na ayun nga, madali pa siya ma-drive. So, 'di ba? I don't see any problem or a major problem or flaws with this EPC Q1 Pro. This definitely is one of the better ones na IEM na Harman under $50. Even nga under 100 eh. Depende na lang talaga sa budget mo. this goes along with the for example, Simgo TW200, Tangzu X 1 NV, 'di ba? I actually prefer this. If we're talking about an all-rounder sounding set compared sa yung Truth Ear Zero. Yes, Truth Ear Zero Blue. This is a far more better and safer choice compared doon. And that ends my review for the EPC Q1 Pro. Again, I'd like to thank EPC for sending this unit to me in an exchange for this review. It is an honor to be noticed talaga by them. Up till now, I am still amazed na na-notice ako nila. And ayan, that ends my review. See you on the next one.